Good morning. Just wanted to share a how God works in the background story with you. My daughter's been over in Greece this past week taking an intense photography course in Greece. What a beautiful location. And yesterday before the storm hit, her husband flew over to meet her so they could have a weekend together. And her sister-in-law, Kelsey, has come down and is watching the kids in their absence, and the other grandparents are coming down this weekend to help. So last night when the storm hits, the tornado sirens are going off, and she's like, oh my gosh, do I go to the basement? And all of a sudden the house alarm randomly goes off, huge malfunction, and it just is going off. So the tornado sirens are going off, the house alarm is going off, and she's calling me like, not quite in a panic, but what do I do? Do you have the house code? So I'm rummaging and looking through my phone trying to find a code, and I come up with a code and I give it to her, and it doesn't work. And now we're just like, oh my gosh. And she's like, does anybody else have the code? And so I said, I'll make some calls, I'll call you right back. And of course I made calls, nobody had the code. And I thought, I've got to call Bryn in Greece. It's an emergency. So I called Bryn's cell phone and no answer. It just rings and rings and rings. And I thought, okay. And then I called Michael's cell phone and his phone goes straight to voicemail. And now I'm thinking, what do I do? Kelsey's over there with 3 kids. I'm 20 minutes away. The house alarm is going off. It's got to be just sheer panic at this point over there. And I'm thinking, what do I do? What do I do? And all of a sudden I remembered Bryn called me the day before. And it was a call. When she called me, it came in as a no contact, no phone number. Instead of her phone number coming, it was like a blocked call, but it wasn't blocked. And I almost didn't answer it because I was in the car driving and it came up as no contact listed. And I don't normally answer a call like that. But for whatever reason, I answered it. And then it's like, hi, it's me. And I'm like, yeah, Mom. And she's like, Mom, it's me, it's Bryn. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? And so we talk. And for whatever reason, I grabbed my phone and I realized I'm on a FaceTime call with her, which it didn't show up as a FaceTime call, and I was driving anyway. So, I ended up just kind of putting the phone back in my purse so I wouldn't be distracted, but I still had the audio going in the call, and we kind of finished the business that she had called me for, because she doesn't ever generally call me when she's on vacation. So we finished the call and we went about the day. So I'm now looking at my call log and I'm pulling up this random number that she had called in on, and I hit the redial, and that's the number that went through. And I was able then to reach Bryn, and she could call home and take care of business. Well, after the storms passed and everything, I'm laying in bed, and all of a sudden it hit me. That was God working behind the scenes. Bryn doesn't ever call me, and for her to call me on a number that I wouldn't recognize, and then me answering the number that I don't recognize, those were just all kind of random, coincidental things that all fell into place last night. And when we desperately needed help, God had already set that up the day before, so I would have a place to go and get help. And it was just such a wonderful reminder of how God works in the background and covers all of our needs. Who would have known? But God knew. And that's the cool thing. That's the way God works. And I just wanted to share that, to let you know that when you think you're alone and you think nobody, is there, God is always there, and he's working in the background, and he's working for your good. So just wanted to share that with you. Have a great day.